It's 2025 and we are back on track. I'm taking very long breaks, I know, but I pre-recorded a lot of nice videos and I think it's gonna time to back dive in. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're gonna be enjoying the new series up to come. I'm working a little bit on the setting here as well, on the light and the camera and the microphone. Obviously, I'm still looking the same. Started the year 60 kilogram, gained a little bit of weight. But you know, you just get older. Some things just take more time. Anyway, I hope you're doing all right. I wish everyone a happy new year. It's nice to see you. And I want to dive in back to my Filipino community because so many years doing YouTube. It's just, if you take a long break, you're even happier to come back. So I was checking on the internet what is going on, what's actually in the news, what's trending. So I want to react to A Million Dreams on the Voice of the Philippines. And I'm excited because I'm always going to be blown away. I know it. I didn't watch nothing. Let's get ready for a vocal analysis.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through when no one's been before, but it feels
beautiful.
like...
All right, just a small little break. It's always a challenging song, and I'm going to tell you why all of those kind of songs are challenging, because they start very low and then they have a kickoff in the chorus. So for a lot of singers, this whole working in stages when it comes to music, right? Very low, mid-range low, and then very high, those dramatical steps. Some singers feel like this is very difficult for them because the larynx have to go higher and higher and higher. And this idea of I'm getting higher in notes and higher in notes, that tends for many singers to push unwillingly. And then they tense up and their vocal folds, you know, they have too much pressure going on, the false vocal folds come together. So this is difficult. I want you to, if you go on those lows, I want you to start with a neutral larynx position rather than I close my eyes and I can see, because people think it's low, so I have to go low in order to attempt that note. I wouldn't go that way. So I close my eyes, and start just a little bit higher even. I close my eyes and I can see, with a little bit slightly friendlier, higher larynx, just a little tiny bit. That will get you much more, it will be much more easier.
They can say it all sounds.
I love that band already.
They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. Run away to the world we desire. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake.
So what I slightly hear is that he's elongating the last phrases, right? So you could clear, they can say they all sound crazy. So that was a little bit him pushing the tempo a bit, yeah? Because the song, what makes the song difficult to cover, I think for some, maybe not for him, I'm not sure, is because the strict tempo doesn't give a lot of chances, opportunities. So if you have a tempo, it's very rigid, then the possibilities for you here and there to create something it's difficult for some singers, right? So what they do is, like him, for example, is maybe elongating some of the words, go into speech quality. They can say they all run crazy. So just going into a little bit of speaking can make a difference. Going into a really long phrase on the end can make a difference. Just playing around with the tempo, or just change minorly there the tone. But because it's that strict and because it has a follow-up to come, it can be difficult for some. Okay, let's continue.
Vision of the one I see.
I'm just not really sure if he is hearing himself properly, right? I'm not really sure. I had many students this year in a casting show, in a very famous one. I'm not allowed to speak about it though. This year I had 5 students in a very famous German casting show. There's only one, right? And I witnessed it firsthand because I was in their auditions, I was in the show with them. So I witnessed it firsthand. They only had 2 trials of rehearsals, so they could rehearse with the band only twice. And that was very difficult for them. And I went twice with them to Berlin, where they had the scouting and the auditions and stuff like that, and then in the TV and the performances. And yeah, some of them were complaining they couldn't hear themselves properly. Definitely, that's an issue. And also, when it came to the final show, they felt like a lot of music was forward rather than left and right, where the singers need to hear themselves. So they feel that the acoustic was pretty much forward, and they were singing just really, you know, that straight forward instead of having any kind of double surroundings. That made it difficult for some of them to hear the music, to hear the live band. So I assume this is a little bit of an issue going on here at the moment.
To the world you see, to the world
Wow.
I close my eyes to see, I close my eyes.
Amazing high note, beautiful. I'm always baffled how, because I know the Philippines, right? I'm reacting for so many years. 2017, 2018, when YouTube was really at its prime time, right? And it baffles me every time someone stumbles about the Philippines are good singing. I'm like, I know, trust me. This will take eternities for any country to you know, compete with them, because they're just by natural good singers. And they have also the ideas how they come across to change songs and going to this key. It's amazing. It's just crazy. Very nice, beautiful chest belty note, definitely.
A million dreams are keeping me.
Michael Bublé. All right. Yeah, a lot of stress went down when he finished that last part. You can see his voice was trembling. I had no idea Michael Bublé was in the show. Why did no one told me? This is crazy. How can you... really? Good for you, Michael Bublé. Maybe you learn a thing or two, like all of us. We're all getting humbled down. We're all getting humbled down by the Filipino experience. But I think it's sad that he got this song choice, because the song really kicked off after 1 minute 50, even later. So it takes you from 3 minutes, it takes you half of the song to sing it how it's supposed to be, and then later he had the possibilities to kind of like do own interpretations. So there was just the music going on, and he could do some ad-lipping and then some high notes. I know for a fact, for Filipino standards, you know, they love the high notes. We expect them to come. It's very hard to top them. So I think what happened here was I would have given him a different song choice, just because the song itself, like I said before. Other than this, very beautiful vibrato, amazing performance. I have no idea if he won or who won. I need to find out who was just a finalist, but who won the show. And let's see in the different video. Well, let me know in the comment section who you want me to react next. I need to keep up. And I will definitely now look at the other finalists there. And if you want to sing strong and weaponize your voice and kick ass and just learn how to be loud and how, not that you don't need it in the Philippines, but if you need to know how to do it healthy without straining and pushing and without, you know, sacrifice your voice and get a sore throat, then you have to go down into the comment section in the info box and go back straight into my lessons, because we have a certification program. You can certify yourself as a singer, and we are having a certification program where you can become a vocal coach. And that's amazing, because that certification, you can go internationally with that certification. And then I'm really happy to see you there, because the course is about to start in February, and I'm happy to see you there.